All right, everybody, welcome to episode number 34 of TEW Local to Global, run as TNA Wrestling. Where we left off last time, we just got to October. We just made $19,000. We did book Ric Flair and Sean Waltman, so we probably would have got over 20, but I was being a moron, so not much you could do about it. Uh, that being said, my plan, as I outlined last time, we're going to upgrade, get that done. Hopefully, by the time that's done, we're up to small, and then we can run a month, see what we're looking at, and if it works and the money is all there, we'll up the production and we'll go for DirecTV. That will be the plan. We'll see if it works. As we're sitting, the World Championship tournament is pretty much over. There's one more match between Bobby Roode and Monty Brown, but that one literally has no consequence, so we're just not touching that one. The only thing left to do now is a match between Punk and Cena, who did draw earlier, and Maven is in the main event of the next pay per view, which will be against all odds. Uh, so we'll see how we end up doing that. Along with that, we've also got the tag team tourney, which is coming down to a wire, or coming winding down. Young and Steen are done. They're pretty much eliminated. There are two teams that are above them. The Naturals are definitely done. So I'll let you go ahead and I'll remove Andy Douglas and oh, did that do it? Yep, there we go. They got removed, which gives the Haas brothers an automatic full victory. They clinched it. There's nothing that can happen there. The team that they have to fight, no more. Uh, the Dark Knights, though, are technically eliminated, yes. Oh, well, actually, yeah, the Dark Knights are eliminated, which would just leave the Brainbusters and America's Most Wanted going at it, and then the winner would take on the Haas brothers. So I'll put that down. So remove Gex. So, bam, and then that leaves us with one more match this week. So those are going to be our three matches on the first show. All right, here we are, weekly event number 67, held in front of 348 people. I don't understand why this number just keeps going up. I do not get it. I spent some time looking in, and I'm like, I don't know why. All of a sudden, we're getting a ton of people. I I'm very confused on why that's happening. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. It went from 140 to 300, and it just keeps going up. It happened ever since we hit 30. I don't know if that does anything. I That would completely make no sense to me. Uh, AJ Styles takes on Austin Aries for the X Division title. I forgot to put the X Division title on the line. Styles beats him anyway, and a 55 match rating, despite the fact that Austin Aries is rusty, and Styles dragged him up to a good match. Oh, that was Austin Aries' first. That was his debut. Okay, not a bad debut considering you got fucking drug up by Styles. Commentary gave this one a boost of 48, pretty much a promo here. And the Brainbusters defeat America's Most Wanted. Lance Cade pins James Storm. And your tag team championship match at the pay per view will be the Brainbusters taking on the Haas Brothers. Haas Brothers are the winners of the tournament, but they will have to take on the Brainbusters at the end. They have the most points in the tournament. CM Punk cuts a promo right before the match. Oof. Yeah, this one got penalized quite hard. It doesn't matter. We still got a 40. Punk beats Cena. Cena will not be uh, defending his own championship. It'll be CM Punk versus Maven at the pay per view. 40 match rating. We'll go Cena. New. Punk mocked about their poor cardio. Made $1,000 on that. We take those. Oh, 32 in the Southeast, baby. Ton here. Mid Atlantic and Mid South went up. Europe went up. Uh, Australia went up. I just realized Canada's almost at 10. Mexico's almost at 10. England's almost at 10. Japan's almost at 10. We might actually try doing a show somewhere else. Oh, Styles, you want more money? You're only asking. I could say no. How? Wait. How? What is your? How pissed are you gonna be if I tell you no? You are happy. And if I go and tell you no, you are furious. How furious are you? He's just annoyed. So we're just gonna keep booking him like we have. He's just gonna win all the time, and we're gonna be fine. Michael Shane. Yeah, you're fine. You know what, Simon? You've been doing such a job. Just training everybody for years. I'll give you a bit of a raise. How about that? All right, here we go. Weekly event number 68, held in front of 343 people at the Florida WrestlePlex. Uh, MVP took on Billy Fives in the opening match and won. A 39 segment rating and the color commentary helped bring up the match. We then followed up with a 3-on-3 match. Maven and the Haas brothers teamed up to take on CM Punk and the Brainbusters, and Maven ends up pinning Tomko and winning the match. A 53 segment rating. We then followed it up with a John Cena promo, and he was phenomenal. We then followed up with the main event, which is the X Division title. AJ Styles takes on Jimmy Rave and wins. Just a 58. Not a bad show. It's a go-home show. CM Punk, John Cena. Made $300. India, England, a couple in America. That's all good. Hey, Bryce from Remsburg. Anybody get rejected? It doesn't look like it. Ooh, almost 55. That's not that bad. Everything else looks pretty much the same. And we are going to be moving into the pay-per-view, and we should be making a ton of money here. That's my hope, anyway. No need to... Oh my god, Lance Hoyt? Hold up. We need to pause. I forgot Lance Hoyt existed. You're coming to work with for me. Wait. God, why do you use so much money? You don't even do anything. I remember when it used to be like $1,700 to sign somebody. Oh, you're from Mid-South. I don't have to... Okay, yeah, I don't have to pay you travel. Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. Only on events and A shows, buddy. Huzzah. Alright. Let's continue going to the pay-per-view. I am assuming that's pronounced Michaela. Because if the alternative is Masela, I don't know how to respond to that. Yoshihiro Takayama, rest in peace. At least I think he died. I don't know if he did or not. AJ Styles, Shining Star. Stop bringing him up. I don't want people to steal him. Oh, cool. We just signed Lance Hoyt for the pay-per-view. Sweet. UPW just made an offer to him on a handshake deal. Yeah, fine. I'm fine with that. Sweet. I went and defended the NWA World Heavyweight title, which I gave to myself because I lost the other two titles, and I need to keep making sure Jeff Jarrett is relevant. Alright, we are sitting up where I got about 84, or setting up. Pretty good. We're at 26 right now. Jarrett is the highest. Cena's slowly climbing. Flair is next, and then Styles. We'll see how the rest goes. Punk and Maven are there. Yeah, Punk and Maven are about at the same spot. Everyone's doing about the same. All right, here we go. Starting off the show in front of 628 people. A record here in TNA wrestling for Against All Odds. CM Punk begins with a promo. This would technically be in like the pre-show spot, you know, trying to get people to watch the show. An 81 promo that went very well. We then followed up with the X Division match. The Damaja causes a little bit of a penalty, but that is all right. Still a 46 rating. If you remember, I think it was. Oh God, it might have been Destination X 2005, where I think it was Chris Sabin, Petey Williams, and AJ Styles in the Ultimate X match. And what happens is like Sabian and Williams are tugging on each side of the championship belt, and Styles, springboards off the rope and smacks it down and wins the match that way. That's the finish here. Except it's Red and Kid Cash are up there. Damaja's on the outside. Uh, and Styles, who had just put Damaja on the outside, does the springboard move and wins the title, or retains the title that way. We then move on to a Haas Brothers promo, which then leads into, a really good tag team match. I'm happy about that. That the Brainbusters win in a tables match. That went exactly how I wanted. Thank you. Tomko gets eliminated first by the pair. Then as they go to put Lance Cade through a table, he reverses, ends up putting Russ Haas into it. It becomes a one-on-one match between him and Charlie Haas, and Lance Cade is able to eliminate Charlie Haas, putting him through a table, and the Brainbusters win the TNA Tag Team Championships. A very good match. I'm very happy with how that went. We then followed up with a promo where Maven is getting ready for his world title match, and John Cena comes in to confront him. They have a back and forth, but Cena wishes him luck before he walks away, leading into the main event, which was Punk defeating Maven in a last man standing match after Maven could not beat a 10 count after a top rope pedigree. That's because he broke his neck there, I would assume. I would have no hope on that one. Segment rating of 58, and that ended the show 61. That ties the best show of the year. Hell yeah, I'm very happy about that. We'll go with Punk and Cena again. Financial report, we made $3,400. Ton of money. Oh my god. God, that makes me so happy to see. Some of the Mexican provinces got up to 10. That is exactly what you want to see. All right, here we are. Weekly event number 69. Nice. Held in front of 362 people. I forgot to put it at the same spot. Maybe we don't need to. I don't know. I don't think we need to. I just did it the one time to see if it actually did anything. It didn't seem to. Probably ends up costing me more money to actually set it at a specific location or something. I don't know. Yeah, Austin Aries and MVP come out. They start the show. They have a tag team match. And they start with a promo. Austin Aries was terrible. No promo skills. MVP does have promo skills. And they have horrible chemistry as partners, and Austin Aries is also rusty, so that match was awful. We then followed up with Styles, who then goes out and has a match with Sanjay Dutt. Does pretty good, so that is going to be the end of that. Now it's time to make Styles happy, and we're also going to give MVP a bone. Match report, $1,800. That's what we want to see. And we got some popularity bips. We got Ontario got up to 10, Southwest Tri-State up to 11, rest of Mexico up to 9. That is great to see. Hi, Stan Hansen. All right, weekly event number 70 in front of 468 people, which is a number I cannot believe I'm saying. Paul London took on MVP, and in Paul London's final match for the company, he puts over MVP with a crossface. MVP wins a 51 segment rating, and the commentary did a good job of bringing it up. We follow that up with a promo between Styles and MVP. It starts out with MVP cutting a promo, talking about how great he is, how he deserves opportunities. Styles comes out, essentially says, hey, if you want a shot at the title, now's your time. And MVP says, I just got done with a 14-minute match. I'm not fighting you today. Later, though, I might. And before Styles can do much, in comes his opponent for today, Claudio Castagnoli. and AJ beats him too, defending the title for the 5th time with a 54 segment rating. And then we head off to the main event, which for the first time in a long time, we have Chris Hero returning to the company. He's never gone. He just didn't get booked for a couple months. And Michael Shane, who was sporadically booked for a couple of months. And they're going to come back and they're going to have a pretty good main event match to end off the show at 53 and gets us everything we need. Please, we made $2,300. Oh my god. Okay. And we got a ton of popularity. Canada is all in the double digits. I almost said Tokyo. Japan's all at 9. We got Great Lakes and Midwest went up to 12. And we're sitting at about $24,000. Okay, well, if that trend keeps going, if we keep getting another $5,000 every month that we get to play with, being able to afford DirecTV shouldn't be that difficult at all, really. God, it's amazing looking at these numbers. Yeah, the first month we went back to the weekly circuit, dropped expenses by $3,000, and that helped. Sponsorship did do better than last month. Merchandise did better than last month. Ticket sales definitely did better, and that's also because we're getting more people into the building. Production's about the same, about 77.50. Merchandise did a lot worse, but that's also because we're pumping up how much money we're putting into it to try and get more out of it. Oh god. It's sitting at about 34% right now. It started at 16. So it went up quite a lot, which is good. Or no, it started at 18, didn't it? Yeah, started at 18. So this is going pretty good. Cena went up. He did get over 800. Styles did pretty good. Maven did good. Punk did good. So we are getting people up here that are selling merchandise. Cena being one of them, and Punk is down here too. If Cena wasn't a great figurehead, I can't imagine Punk will be. But we hit a point where his thing changed. He's been the figurehead for 153 days, and we'll see how he does. And then next episode, we're gonna start right away with an event, and we've got right in front of us, $53,000. What? I could blow it all on something stupid. Launching our own broadcaster. If we went with absolutely tiny, we would still need $135,000. Going with very small. Went with small. Yeah. Yeah, we're not doing that anytime soon. Can't afford it. Or maybe we can, brother. Who knows? Because we'd be able to, showcase it on ours. And I mean, it's already tiny. And that would just be in America. What if we did tiny everywhere? Probably 100,000 for each one. I digress. It's a whole nother can of worms for a whole nother separate time. But right now, if we look at our finances, if we keep the workers where we're at, we keep doing the weekly circuit gimmick. Actually, I don't even know if we were doing the weekly circuit gimmick the whole time. Were we? No, we weren't. We were doing regular stuff here too, so we were using some bigger contracts up until here. So I guess this next month we're gonna see just how much that works. I'm also gonna go back. When did this change? Okay, so 139, 134, 141, 405. That's one of the bigger events, so that's fine. 139, 139, 140, 146, 483, right after Bound for Glory. 139, 143, 146, 141. Unbreakable happens. 143, 151, 151, 150, 152, Slammiversary, and then it jumps up. So something happened after Slammiversary. And then it was up there, stayed around, 300, low 300s, high 200s, and then it just kept going up higher and higher, and then I switched it to very cheap again, and now it's at 468. So something happened. I don't know what it was. I went and looked. I thought it might have been the prestige. So it's like, oh, we have a little bit more standing in the world, so people might think of us a little different. Nope, that has nothing to do with attendance, as far as I was able to figure out. So I'm just genuinely baffled. I mean, I'm not complaining, but it just don't seem right. Um, but we're making money. I don't know what to do with it. There's not a lot to do with it, to be honest. We pretty much just gotta wait until something happens. Maybe we're gonna have to try and survive a little bit. Make an expansionist move and pray to God that we don't go bankrupt because of it. But that is a decision for a different time. I'm gonna end off this episode here. I hope you all have a great night, and I'll see you all again later.